Okay, so I thought I'd break that last lick down. It's a kind of legato lick in the key of E minor. The backing track is it's kind of if you ever heard Georgie Porgy by Toto, it's that kind of style groove. So I'll post the link in the below in the description so you can try it yourself. But the BPM of the track is around 87 BPM, I think. So I've set up a metronome to that, and I'm going to break down that lick. It's a 30-second note run. So it's not for the faint-hearted. It's pretty nippy. So, but like I say, you can break this down into 16th notes if you like. But yeah, I just played it at 30-second note, kind of a fast pace. So I'm going to break it down nice and slowly, and then we'll give it a go. So I'm going to try isolated first. It starts on the 1, okay? So if I just play it slower to begin with against the track, actually I'll stop the metronome a sec, so I'll play it without the metronome, just so you can hear it. So it's... Okay, so with the metronome, 2, 3. Specifically the last part is pretty hard to nail. So, but yeah, I'm going to break it down for you. So it's in E minor. Okay. Okay, so what we've got here, we're starting on the 4th. Okay, the 4th of E, and we're going pull off to the 9, hammer to the flat 3, back to the 4. Okay, so this is on the B string. So in terms of frets, it's 10, 7, 8, 10. Okay, so you've just got this with a pick. And then I'm hitting 7 on the high E string, so it's my 5, my flat 7 and my root. Okay, so I'm using my 1st, my 3rd and my little finger. So you got... And then I'm going to pull off as well on that high E, so it's... So get that movement first. If you're not used to stretching that 3rd and 4th finger, you're going to find, especially with the metronome, you can just slow it down, as in keep the BPM the same, but just try. Okay, because what you'll find is if you're not used to pulling off with that 3rd and 4th finger in legato, you're going to get this kind of, especially when you pull off, you want it to be very smooth. Okay, so all my notes are kind of even, or as even as I can. So I've got so far. Okay, so I'm just going on to the next bit here. So after I've pulled off back to that 7, I pick the middle finger on the 8th fret on the B string. So this will be my flat 3. And I'm going to hybrid pick with my middle finger on the right hand. Okay, I'll move here so you can see. And I'm hybrid picking on that 7th fret on the high E string, which would be my 5th. Okay, so and then I'm going to use a pick on the B string, hit the 10, which would be my 4th, pull off to the flat 3 on the 8th fret B string, pull off to my 9th, which is on the 7th fret B string. Okay, so that's on the that's where I'm going to end that section. So. Okay. Okay, and it hammers back on and then pulls back off to that 7 actually. So you've got. Okay, so I'll play it slow again. Hybrid pick. So the only hybrid pick there is on the 7th fret on the high E string, okay, which is on my 5th, as in my interval. Okay, then I'm hitting the 9th fret on this G string, and then pulling off to the 7th fret on the G string, so that's my root to my flat 7. It's in E minor, by the way, so I'm thinking about it from the E. Okay, that's the next section. So after I've gone, okay. So I'm hitting the 9th fret on the D string, hyper picking the 7th fret on back to the G string, okay, on my flat 7. Okay. So just try and get that little section first. Okay, always practice with the metronome as well. Okay, so the next section goes like this. Okay. So I'm hitting the 9 on the D, pull off to 7, pull off to 5, back to 5, 7, back to 9, back to 7, back to 5. So. Okay, I hope I've broken this down right, but you keep rewinding it, slow it down, and yeah, just see if you can break it down like that yourself as well. So I always pause it, go on YouTube, use that little slow down slider so you can slow the video down as well. That's always handy, because when obviously this stuff is such part of my, well, the runs necessarily aren't, but the vocabulary and the way I use legato, it becomes such a part of my playing that slowing it down again and breaking it down and really think consciously about it can be tricky. So it's like when people say, how do you hold a pick? It's like, if you've been playing a while, it's very difficult to understand, oh yeah, it's just so natural, it's like breathing in the end, okay? So yeah, it's really important, and this is the way what I used to do, or I still do, to transcribe stuff. I'll watch people, listen to it, really slow it down and see the technique they're using. So that's a good tip. But anyway, I'm digressing. So this is what we have so far. Okay. So I'll play it with the metronome up to there a minute. So 1, 2, 3. 2, 3, 4. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, that's the 30-second note, okay? So I'll play it at 6. So that's at 16th notes, okay? Back to the 30-second notes. 1, 2, 3. It's hard to stop halfway between the lick. Right, so you've got. Okay, so only a tiny bit more to do. Okay. Yeah, so I do this a lot where I'm hitting 3 notes per string and then I'm doing 2 notes per string, then back to 3. It's just I like to break up that 3 note per string pattern than just going, you know, that typical thing. So I like to like break up the 3 note per string pattern because it just gets boring and predictable. So you find I do that kind of thing a lot just because I just don't like pattern based playing a lot of the time, so it breaks it up. So this is what I'm doing here. I go to 2 notes per string. So I've just ended on that 5 on the D string, right? Which would be my flat 3. And then I hit the 7, pull off to 5 on the A. Okay, so this is 7 on the A, pull off to the 5. Then I do the same on the E string, 7 to 5. Hammer back onto 7 on the E string, 5, and then back to the 7 on the A. So it's... sorry. that's it. Okay, so again, 2, 3, 4. So even the end there, I need to get tighter. But yeah, that was what I played against the track. I may have put the metronome a bit, maybe I've tap tempered it slightly 1 or 2 BPM too high. But yeah, so those last 2 notes are a bit slower actually, aren't they? But that's the whole lick. Okay, let me try it against the track just so you can hear what I did. So this is just an E minor, okay? So B, 2, so B, 1, da, da, da. And that's where I'll resolve it, okay? So let me try it this time. I did it on the 4th bar. So it'll be here, 3, 4. Okay, that's where it was. But you can try it anywhere on the. It's quite tricky. Give that a go. That's probably the hardest one yet, I would say. I know the lick is quite short, but you're fitting in 30-second notes. So give that a go, and let me know how you do. Please write a comment. Please leave a like, share, whatever you can do to help. And I'll see you again tomorrow.